Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paripasate Tesham Nityabhyuktanam Yogakshema Vahamyaham. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. So this is what we need. We need to always feel assured of the Lord's protection. Otherwise we cannot surrender. We always have some fear. To really give our heart fully to Krishna, which is what he needs. The heart belongs to Krishna. Why are we not giving to him? Is there any good reason? Yeah, because of the material attachments. We think something is more valuable. And that's what's explained in Bhagavatam, that there's no greater obstacle to self-realization than thinking of something is more important than self-realization. So we have the anarthas, so we need good association to help us wake up, to cleanse the consciousness. Chitta darpana marjanam. Too much bad association means people who identify with the material body. Say Gokada. They're considered like not yet on the human level. When we're so absorbed in the body, we think the body is everything. Then we cannot meditate on the Lord's transcendental form. Those who are always worship, so we said in the beginning, those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, it's a very high thing. We worship many other things. We worship Modi. Yes, sometimes we're doing like this to different politicians. Maybe not physically, but so that's fine, but you may not get this mercy of Krishna. Then Modi will protect you, and he will carry what you lack, and he might preserve physically what you have. But that's not what we're talking about here. What we lack is Krishna consciousness. Only Krishna and his devotees can get that. So worshipping, meditating on my transcendental form. How often do we meditate on the Lord's transcendental form during the day? How many times? Maybe one time when we see the deity. Otherwise we meditate on so many other forms of this world. So therefore, Vyasadeva, he went into trance and he saw the absolute truth. Bhakti yogena manasi. So samyak pranitamale. He saw the absolute truth. And Maya was under full control. And he realized, Higasamohito jiva atmanam tri gunatmakam ropi manutenatam tatkrupam chapipadyate. The reason we're suffering, why we're in moha or illusion, Yasamohito jiva, we're in complete illusion. Atmanam trignatmukam, we're identifying with the wrong world. We're identifying with the wrong world. Okay? This world is not the ultimate world. We're not these bodies. So we need to identify with the superior world. There's a whole nother world. Yes, it's like sometimes we say it's the inner world. This is the external energy, the outer world. Everything here is your illusory energy. But there's a whole other world. Imagine someone tells you, hey Baba, there's another world. You're in the wrong world. So we've created this world by our false ego, all the gross material elements. So we're absorbed in this. It looks like us. We think it's us. We think it's real. But it's all just like a dream. It's just like a dream. We're sleeping. And we're so attached to the dream. So, to meditate on the Lord's transcendental form means to remember, oh yeah, there's another reality. There's a higher world, There's a higher world. That, we need to approach that. To come in contact with that. That's the solution. As long as we're so wrapped up in this world, our bhakti is like, we're still at the anchor. You heard that story with the boat?
Yes, sir.
The guy's rowing very hard, but he left the anchor. So what is it? It's a concept. It's a conception. So therefore this sambandha gyan, is the basis of our progress, to understand the nature of this world, the nature of Krishna, the nature of the jiva. So if we can come to that level, then Krishna says to them, I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. So we all have experience how Krishna is protecting us, he's providing for us so many times. So that should give us more faith in what we can surrender more. We have to push ourselves more. Krishna wants to see, how much are you willing to surrender for me? What are you willing to do for me? Take some risk for Krishna. Because it's all an illusion. This material world is illusion anyway. Why not risk it for Krishna? So Prabhupada says, he's talking about very high level, pure devotee, one who's unable to live for a moment without Krishna consciousness, cannot but think of Krishna 24 hours a day. So that's when Krishna consciousness become automatic. On a very high level of bhakti, you don't have to try. One doesn't have to try, I have to bring my mind back to Krishna. On that level, there's no forgetting Krishna. Then one has to try to think about something else. Then Krishna consciousness will be very smooth and easy. Now it's a struggle, it's an uphill battle. I have to always bring my mind back, remember Krishna, chant, associate, read, study here, because our mind, from our childhood, I don't think anyone here was trained as devotees from childhood. So we're trained, you go and enjoy and be a winner. So that's false ego. Ishwaraham Mahambhogi. I'm the enjoyer, I'm the controller. That's what we're taught. So that's in our subtle consciousness, subconsciousness. That's what's going on. But that's false. So then he mentions these 9 processes. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasim, Sakyam, Atmani, Vedanam. So this is our means, this is the bridge. These are the different bridges to that higher world. Each bridge you choose, it will help you go there. So find and try to stay on the bridge that is helping you. Maybe it's hearing about Krishna. We have a lot of classes on philosophy, it's good, but you also need to hear the leelas of what goes on in that world. You don't hear about Krishna, you don't hear about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you have so much philosophy, but you never heard about the Lord, it's not enough. Why? Because Ananda Maya Obhaya said we're seeking Ananda. So just philosophy is not enough. We need the Leela, we need something beautiful to meditate on. So that's the pastimes of the Lord. Prabhupada said we should read Krishna book every night, right? But are we doing? Maybe not at night, at least sometime during the day, we should read something about Krishna. We're reading so much about the news, about the politicians. Krishna's the best politician. He's the supreme. Chanting, that's another bridge. That's a beautiful bridge. You can just stay on that bridge, don't come off. Chanting bhajans, getting absorbed in the holy name. That's the Yuga Dharma. That means that's of all the angas of bhakti, that's the supreme. That's the most effective. Kaler doshani de raja nasti hekar mahaguna kirtanareva krishnasya. Kalim sabhajayantera gunagra sarva bhagina. Yatra sankirtanenava sarvasvata vidante. Although Kali Yuga is the worst age, full of ocean of faults, but because the Sankirtan process is there, it's the best actually. So to get absorbed in the Harinam Sankirtan, that's a whole process. Everything we're doing is to increase the taste and service of the Yuga Dharma Harinam Sankirtan. We should not forget, because so many other services may be there, cleaning, accounting, books, but if we're not able to get absorbed in chanting, it's not complete. Remembering, Smaranam, offering prayers. So many prayers are there by our acharyas. Worshipping. Yes, we're fortunate because Srila Bhakti Siddhanta and our acharyas have blessed us with the opportunity for Brahman Diksha to become a initiated Brahmin. Then you can worship the deity, and that's very good for fixing the mind. Most time we're just fixing our body, meditating on our body, dressing our body, feeding our body, taking our body. When it's too cold, make it hot. When it's too hot, make it cold. All absorption of body. But deity worship means now I can do all this for Krishna. And then our life becomes meaningful. If we're only taking care of ourselves, what's the meaning of our life? It's like a dog or an insect. But we get the chance to serve Krishna. So we need to connect our daily activity. We're doing service, but we need to really meditate on that service. This is really for Lord's pleasure. And remember Him while we're doing the service. Serving the lotus feet of the Lord, and that can pada sevanam. That can also mean visiting the holy places where we have tremendous benefit available. It's hard to fix the mind here in Delhi, isn't it? It's very hard. There's different energies, there's different samskars, impressions. But when we go to the holy place, it's magnified thousands of times, the spiritual energy. Chanting there, doing devotional activity there. It's very natural, it's coming naturally. Here we have to struggle. We can hardly get even peace, to meditate. But energy is different. But the Dham, that great facility is available. Friendship and surrendering fully. Such activities are all auspicious and full of spiritual potencies, which make the devotee perfect so that his only desire is to achieve the association with Supreme Personality of God. So ultimately then one has to have this desire to achieve the association of the Lord. That's called the laulyam. An intense greed to be engaged in a particular service to the Lord. How do you want to serve Krishna? What do you want to do? How do you want to serve Mahaprabhu? What service will you do? If tomorrow they let you into the spiritual world, what will you do? Do you have any desire? If you don't have desire, then we cannot go there. They will not let us in. But if someone has a burning desire, they might let you in. Say, okay, come. So the desire is key. So this is called yoga. By the mercy of the Lord, such a devotee never comes back to this material condition of life. Shema refers to the merciful protection of the Lord. The Lord helps the devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga, and when he becomes fully Krishna conscious, the Lord protects him from falling down to a miserable condition of life. So there's one story, I think, of one devotee in South India, Arjuna Charya, I believe. And he was reading this, and he saw this word, Vahamyaham. But he thought this means physically, literally carry what I love. But Krishna doesn't do that. He doesn't physically carry. That's not correct. So he scratched out this one. And he went to go take bath. And he's taking bath. Then his wife is at home, and two small boys come. One is dark, one is whitish. And they're carrying a big heavy load because he was poor Brahmin. They're carrying a big load of boga. And they came to the house and they told the mother, "This is for you. Your Prabhu asked us to bring this. He forced us to carry this heavy load. So we give you." And not only that, but he also beat me. I have a big line on my back. He beat me. She said, "What? My husband, how you could do that? He's so nice." We don't know, mother. He was in an angry mood. And then she said, "Oh, you come stay." They said, "No, we don't want to stay. He's in an angry mood. We can't stay. We'll go." "But what's he doing?" So she said, "I show you what he's working on." So they went and saw what he's working on. Then Krishna saw that line was there. So he wrote Vahamya I carry. And then they went. Then he came back home and he saw the wife. The wife was very angry. She said, "What are you doing? Why did you make those boys carry that heavy load for you? And not only that, you beat them. What's wrong with you? How can you do that?" I said, "What are you talking about? I just went to take bath. I didn't see any boys. You're talking crazy." He went down to do his work and he saw that was written, Ahamya. Krishna personally cares. When you become devotee, then Krishna personally intervenes. It's very beautiful. I just heard this story recently in Mayapur, so it's fresh in my memory. So yes, the more we surrender, Krishna is there. He's so close, right? But we're thinking with our eyes we want to see. We can't see with these eyes. This eyes will show you illusion, the world of illusion. Only the inner darshan, the remembrance of the Lord, is how we will see Him. And the deity form, which is Krishna's incarnation. So, the Lord helps devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga. And when he becomes fully Krishna conscious, the Lord protects him from falling down. So we need protection from falling down. We need protection. All the material energy is trying to induce you to fall down. Yes, always traps are there on the spiritual path. Durasya, it's like a razor's edge. So we need that protection. So we have to find out how I can call out the Lord's protection. Some personal form of the Lord, Nrsingadev, Jagannath, whichever form that you can easily reach out to, call out to in the difficult moments to help me. Help me overcome this test, this challenge. The problem, we think I'll solve it on my own. I'll take care of the problem. I'll use my mind, or my strength, or my money. Better you surrender here. It says, fully surrender. Surrendering fully to the Lord. Atma Nivedana. Better I take the chance to surrender than try to solve it myself. I'll get more wrapped up in the problem. Krishna can solve all the problems. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Any question or comment? Or we don't have much time. We can, if nothing there, also we can stop early.
See, as you stated that we have to develop some intense desire to serve Lord in this material world, and that's why this only we can go to spiritual world and do some service there. But many times it happens in this world that we even don't know what service is beneficial for me, which can elevate my consciousness or advance me into Krishna consciousness. So how to know that which service is best for me? And
Sanatana Goswami says, whichever service one feels natural attraction for, that's the best service for him. Some people is chanting, kirtan. Some people is serving. Some people is worshipping. Whichever inspires. We need that inspiration. We're not robots. So hopefully something inspires us. That one is good for us. I mean, there's many aspects of the question, but if you don't have a taste, you can't do something for a long time. We're not perfect yet, so we still have our needs, even devotional needs. If you love doing something and they say, no, don't do that anymore, it may be difficult if it's a devotional activity. So we can find out this, I want to serve in this way. I aspire to render this kind of service. It's okay, as long as it's within the scope of our gurus and our spiritual authorities like that. Okay, very well.
In translation, it said that I preserve what they have. But
Yes.
in Bhagavatam, we heard that Krishna, takes away all the things. If we do mercy, then he take all the things from us. So how we understand this?
What is that verse? Krishna
Haris-
takes away.
Harisya Taddanam
No, it is common. We had. Yeah.
Yeah, but I forget. Yes, yasyam
Anugarinami.
anugrihnami.
Harisya Taddanam Sanai.
Hari Sadanjanam Shanam.
So don't be my computer.
Thank you. So, to them I care they lack and I preserve what they have. But at the same time, if I really show my mercy, then I take everything away. Which one do you like better? So, they're both there. Krishna will take everything away, and what little you have, he'll preserve that.
Then what's left?
Take it, no problem. All you get in this world is more illusions. How many more illusions we want? Better we have less illusions, no? Yeah, less is more. Yeah, that's bring us closer. And what little we need, you don't need much. Krishna will keep what you need for your seva. Whatever is unfavorable, he'll take that away. You see his mercy?
His mercy, but he's saying that he preserve. Then
Yeah.
what he preserve? We see that
Preserve what you need. If you don't need it, he may not preserve it.
many times we see that many of senior devotees lose their health. It is also something
Prabhu,
that
not
Krishna
only
is
senior
saying.
devotees, all of us will lose our health. The health will not stay. It's only a matter of time. Already the health is being lost.
So
It's part of the material body. It's the laws of the world that the body is a vehicle. The car will break down eventually. That's not a bad, that doesn't mean that's not Krishna's protection or that that's unfavorable. If your car is breaking down, it's not necessarily bad. Why? Because then you'll get a new car. We don't want to keep this body forever. This body is not very nice for our ultimate purpose. It serves a purpose, but it's not sufficient for the soul to live eternally. But go ahead, continue what you're saying.
yeah, I'm saying that many times we see that devotee doing a lot of services,
Yes.
but at time when time comes, he loses health, and after that, his service quality has been reduced, and many times he take care his health. So how we understand it? Is it mercy or is it something else?
Well, everything that Krishna does is mercy. So it's definitely mercy. How to understand that mercy? Well, we also have free will, and according to how we use our free will, like for example, health. Your health is kind of karma, but it's based on how you live. In other words, you can generate karma also. If you don't care for your health, then we shouldn't be surprised if health goes bad. Krishna gave us intelligence also, and the human form is very rarely achieved. Durlabham manusam janma. It's a very rarely achieved, so we should take care very carefully. It's like your ticket. So therefore, the health is very important. Prabhupada mentioned that, and we have a austere life, but we should not be unhealthy. Krishna conscious lifestyle doesn't have to be unhealthy. if we're not following good diet, good exercise, taking care of the body, then it will get more bad health problems. We cannot blame Krishna for that. I think in India, the bodily health is not such a big topic. In some other places, it's very impressed, like, oh, we have to take care, do exercise, eat healthily. So in Krishna conscious, we have to take whatever's favorable. If it's favorable to be healthy, then we're healthy.
Then why we do not promote yoga?
Huh?
Why do we do not promote yoga here?
Yoga means physical exercise.
Many temples they're doing yoga.
Not
Many temples, many temples nowadays. Many devotees are doing yoga, and even they're using to invite people for preaching.
in foreign, not India.
So yoga is one form of health. It's not the only way. The principle is we should keep the body sound and fit, healthy and fit. So some people do by yoga. Even walking sometime every day, it's very good for the body. So yoga is one. We cannot depend only on what others are doing. If we know it's good for us, we can do it. No one will stop you.
But when we do yoga, people say that don't do yoga, chant this chant.
This is a little
Like
immature.
Doing yoga here, it is very odd thing in temple also.
It's very old.
Odd.
Yeah, but I think this might be a little immature vision. In early days, they were not doing yoga, but now many got very sick, and now the mood is more. Actually, you should take care of health. For example, one of the services I do is book distribution, and the book distribution minister is saying it's very good. All book distributors should do some yoga every day. So now we're a little more evolved in our movement understanding, and devotees know that health is very important. We have health minister, we have recommendations to follow things like Ayurveda. So I know many devotees do yoga. I try to do a little bit sometimes, once in a while. My friends, sometimes they do every day. That doesn't mean you're deviating. We're not doing hatha yoga as yogis. We're doing as bhakta yogis. We're bhaktas, and we're engaging in some particular activity for the health of the body to be able to serve Krishna. So it's not contrary to devotional principles. If you start doing hatha yoga and meditating on chakras and start following hatha yoga, then you're deviating. But if you're utilizing, you can accept whatever is favorable for your service. That's not a deviation. But don't expect everyone to do it or tell you to do it. If we know what we need to do, then we do. Yes?
But if we compromise our morning program for yoga, then is it pure devotion?
I didn't say you should compromise your morning program for yoga.
So we can do yoga in afternoon or.
Then there is no time for yoga. 4:30 Mangalarti.
I mean, we find time for so much YouTube and Facebook.
No,
So
after
time is there.
after
What we use
eating,
time?
we can use mobile after eating,
We
but
do
we
Facebook
can't do
yoga, YouTube yoga, and Instagram yoga.
No,
And you can do 10 minutes body yoga also.
before.
There's 10 minutes, Prabhu. I know it's a busy day, busy life. If you have a desire to take care of your health, you'll find time. You can find the time. Hare Krishna. What else? So that was one point. That you should take care of your health as a service to Krishna. Eating healthy also, as far as possible. So, we brought this up because your point was, at the end of life, Krishna may take away the health. And then the devotee may be compromised in his service. So, is this really his mercy? Is that what you're asking? Yeah. So anyway, bodily health will go. But honestly, that's why there's whole ashrams like Vanaprastha and Sannyas where your body is not so fit anymore. It's a warning sign. It's a reminder. Now, in youth, we're intoxicated with youth. I think I'll live forever. My body is stout and strong. I don't need to focus so much. At that time, Krishna's taking everything away. Then what? You only have Krishna. You become more dependent. Also, that means we should work hard for Krishna now while we have health. can Guru shake our praise. Old age will not be easy. So now is the time I should put all my energy, not later in life. Waiting till old age. People think when I become older, 60, that time I can focus. That time, health is going, eyesight is going, senses are losing. Then I have to spend a lot of time for body maintenance. But the Komachachara Pragyo from the earlier ages to sacrifice our life for Krishna, that's ideal. Then Krishna will take care. Then hopefully by that, working hard for Krishna now, we get some absorption, some remembrance. Then in old age, I'm not so active physically, but my consciousness has been very nicely developed. So then I can remember Krishna. Like one could just be chanting. That's enough. In that later stage of life. But that was Prabhupada's kind of method, his example. You work now, we engage ourselves very intensely in seva now, then that higher level remembrance can come. But we should not expect that to come if we didn't dedicate our life or do what we can. So everyone's health will go, everyone will get old age, birth, death, disease and old age is part of this material, it's part of the bargain, it's part of the deal that we have here. But nothing is an obstacle for bhakti. We're not the body. Even if the body is failing, that doesn't mean your bhakti goes down. There's many stories, people have cancer, they're in hospital, they're getting the most enlightenment. They're getting a lot of mercy at that time. Hare Krishna. Any other question? It's okay, Prabhu? What do you think?
My question was that if we compromise, in my case, if I compromise morning program for yoga or some other activities, so is it considered pure devotion?
I don't suggest compromising our morning program for yoga. I think it's better to do very good spiritual sadhana in the morning. And sometime later in the day we can find, for example, 10 or 15 minutes to do some small practice for keeping. But if one wants to choose that style for exercise, they say that exercise is good for bodily health. So finding some time, it doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to deviate us. We could put on a lecture. It could be a time when we get to hear from Prabhupada. The morning, hardly it seems we can chant all our rounds in the morning anyhow. So better not to take away from that. But it was a long day. There's many hours. Somehow we can squeeze in some time, I think. Perhaps, if one is inclined. Should we stop there? Jai Bhagavad Gita as it is ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Go Fremanandi, Hari Bol.